Hey everyone, something a little bit different for this video. I'm in the Attack of the B Team mod pack, which if you don't know, and if you don't know, where have you been? Dear me. But yeah, it's a bunch of really cool, sort of slightly off the wall mods, more to do with having fun and building rather than slaving endlessly over a series of machines. Downside to not much in the way of tech is there's not a lot of options for power generation, which is what I've been working on here, and you can see the fruits of my labour. The hasn't really got a proper name. Berry Reactor, potentially. It uses essence berry bushes, which give you essence berries. As you can see, I've got two there. You can get 1, 2, or 3 berries per sort of harvest. And they give you XP. So, rather than attempt to explain how it works, I'll just show you. This is switched off at the moment. On here, let's just do that. That's a weird bug. This will harvest a berry bush, and then straight as soon as the berry is in the inventory, it will consume it, giving out XP orbs, which are collected by this block just here, which is called an LXP collector. Goes into this tank, down through the tubes, and into compression dynamos, which then start filling up an energy cell. And this energy cell was completely empty when I pressed that button just. I promise you that. This is how quickly it generates RF, and it is a ridiculous amount. So that is pretty cool. And as you see, these get their berries back quite quickly. It's a random amount of ticks. See, we only got one that time. So it's not. This isn't a constant amount of power, because these are random. These are the random variable in the machine. But that is sort of what this tank is for. This is the buffer tank. So as this fills up, once your this is still going. Once your cell is filled up and all of your dynamos are filled up, this will fill up with liquid XP. Ready for when it needs to pull out some more energy. So show you, most of this is pretty simple stuff that you'll have made before, energy conduits and aqueous accumulators and whatnot. This is all the things that you'll need to build it, plus a couple of little bits, obviously, crescent hammer. This is because you can only place these bushes onto stone or sandstone, cobblestone. This could be any cell, but as you can imagine, a leadstone energy cell would be full now, possibly twice over. And the resident energy cells have got the highest rate of energy transference. It's the same amount as the conduits. I think is it 1000 RF a tick. Yeah. So yeah, this is all that we need to be able to build the machine, the reactor. Yeah, like I say, there's a couple of things on that you possibly won't have made before. Compression dynamos are tin gears, which is just tin in a cross formation around a piece of iron. These are, what are you? Redstone transmission coils, which is silver and redstone, and then these are tin. This is the LXP collector, which is what obviously collects the XP and turns it into liquid XP. For this, pretty simple. These are just normal stone. This, on the other hand, LXP bucket, is different to the XP bucket. This is the XP bucket from Open Blocks, but we need the LXP bucket, and the easiest way to get one of those is by making one of these LXP absorber, which is once again reasonably simple. And then all you'll need is, I think it's about 3 levels. Let's have a look. And then boop, transfer it into a tank, and then all you need is an empty bucket, and you have, well, I would do if I was in survival mode, but then you've got yourself the liquid XP bucket you need for your collector. And then this tank can be used for your buffer tank, so everyone's a winner. I will clear my inventory and we'll have a look at building one. And like I said, it is really quite simple. I mean, you could probably work it out from here, to be honest, but it's 5 by 5 by 5, so that's nice. It does, because it finishes flat, you can put it in the floor if you want to. I've got one here. Whoop. And that's been filling up over time. Still going. Whoop. And then tank this side, which is empty at the moment because it's still filling up. And then just piping off the running cabling, conduiting, don't know, off the energy cell, or you could use a tesseract or any number of interesting and different ways. So yep, like I said, let's have a go at making one. I'm going to drop it down 1 block just purely because of the water to stop it running away. So you want aqueous accumulator. We only want to be able to pump out on the sides just here, where we are going to put the first 6 of our fluid ducts, and then whoop, try that again, shall we? And then the last 3 fluid ducts this way. Let's get a wrench and disconnect it from there. Let's get our water buckets and our compression dynamos. Boop, boop, boop. Redstone energy conduits. Oop. What are you doing? So now we've got water coming into these from the aqueous accumulator, and then this is where we're going to have the inputs from the LXP collector. So we'll put that on next and disconnect it from there, because we want the input to this pipe to come through the tank. And then we'll need a servo or a lever, but a servo is a bit neater. And then this is set, so just to ignore a redstone signal, or you can set it here and have an off switch to this point, but it's probably better to run some either redstone or some red alloy around and do it here, so these actually switch off like this. So you've got this, you've got this. Next up you need your energy cell. Let's configure it so the front is the output, and there is your basically your finished energy production section. Next up you need, I do need those, let's have that as well, and those. You will need your ring of stones. Sometimes if you're if you're building this underground, you can sort of throw these out to the outside and it makes it a bit quicker. But if you're doing it like this, so you want bushes, and these will hurt you if you're in survival mode, so bat mode possibly, or see, and they grow quite quickly. Now we want to flip these round. Oops, that one went very quickly. And these are also going to. Okay, let's put a bit of glass. These can be any blocks, but I like glass so you can see what's happening. And then the last one just in there to stop anything from faffing around there. And then you want to have these aim level high, means that it will harvest them one block up from where it's pointing to. So rather than harvesting here, because it's going to take a berry in from up there, and then because it's still set to right click, it will consume the berry and then pop out XP orbs which are collected. So let's just go around and get some of those. All set up. I do tend to turn this off as well, just because it annoys me that it's there and it's not being used, but that's just one of those things that's just me, I think. So let's... And that's done. Let's get ourselves some berries. See, we got 3 that time. Let's throw them in. And it fires up. And there we go. RF being generated. We're already... Just out of curiosity, how much does a leadstone energy cell? Lead... 400k. So we're already halfway there. Almost immediately. And there you go. That's it. That's the machine. The good thing about this, and was one of the things that I was attempting to do when I was building this, was make a machine that you just build and leave. This you can just leave running and it will carry on going and carry on producing, and you basically don't have to touch it after you've built it, which is the best thing about these sorts of automated machines. So there you go, that's it, the Berry Reactor. Enjoy, build one in your world, have unlimited power, but remember, with great power also comes great responsibility. So thanks for watching.